how are you able to gauge that you're actually capable to go for a certain opportunity? How are you able to gauge and tell yourself, actually, I can?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'd say this, yeah. For me, like, I've been given tasks and roles to be able to execute, and for sure, some of them, for sure, I knew like this one,
Yeah.
I got it, I've clocked it,
Yeah.
because I've been in that field for quite some time, and they say that if you do 10,000 hours on a particular skill, you
Yes.
qualify to be a professional
I
in
read
that
that
section.
today.
Yeah. Oh, you read it?
Yeah.
Come on.
Today.
We're in the same.
The exact statement.
Ooh. Yeah. So here's the
Working
thing.
in the spirit.
Come
right?
on. So when you practice a skill and you give it 10,000 hours, you have that professional status.
I do agree with you. And to add on it, I feel like the discipline, so that you have the go-getter mentality, you really need a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
To be able to tell yourself, you know what, I'll still go tomorrow, I'll still do it. It takes a lot.
Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Youth Impact Show. I'll be your host, Nadia Kiboy. Today, we take the conversation deeper and further, and we will be talking about how to get the best out of opportunities. Last week, we talked about the things that we have learned in our youth. Today, we will be taking the conversation further, and I am joined by amazing young people who are intelligent and full of wisdom, and they'll help me get deeper into the topic of discussion for today. Today, we are going to be talking about how to make the best out of opportunities as young people, and that will be the center of discussion. Please stay tuned for this amazing and inspiring content. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for showing up into this show. How is the weather taking you guys?
The
It's
weather
really
is
cold.
yeah, it's cold. I'm not gonna
Too
lie.
cold.
Is that why you guys have-
No, but here's the thing. It's good because it's giving me home vibes. You know, back in London, like the weather is cold 24/7. Why are you laughing, man?
I don't have any experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
She's being-
let me talk, man.
I'm learning.
Yeah, back in London, you know, it's really cold, man. But yeah, I'm liking the home vibe. I feel at home in Kenya because it gives me London vibes still.
You miss home?
Yeah, man.
You miss home?
It's been a while, innit? You get me?
What do you miss most from your
Oh, here's the thing. These people are violation. Like, what? You man are laughing at me for no reason. So I miss what's it called? Like Nando's. You get me? Yeah, when you go Nando's, the corner of the street, and man has some fish and chips and that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. It's good food, you know.
Candy, you
Yeah.
look like you're freezing. How is the weather taking you?
The weather is, it's really cold. It's really cold. It's those weathers of, should I go to class? Should I not go to class? Will it
It's
really hurt if
skyline.
I miss one class or not? So, yeah.
I hear people have different takes on different weathers. Like for me,
Yeah.
I don't like the cold season.
Then
I
how are you
hate
like
it.
this?
I hate it.
Yeah.
It's because I'm used to dressing like this.
Freeze and shine.
I prefer the warm weather compared to the cold weather. So yeah, that's for me.
Okay.
So for you, I'm saying drip is dripping. But anyway, just before we get into our conversation for today, I want to take this opportunity to appreciate our host with the most, Convent International Hotel, for giving us this space. It wouldn't have been possible to bring out to you this show if it weren't for them. So help me appreciate them. Thank you so much. Anyway, so today we'll be talking about how to tap into opportunities and make the best out of them. I know as young people, sometimes we have opportunities and we don't know how to deal with them.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, should I go for that interview? Am I actually capable? Can I do it? And these are questions we ask ourselves. And I know you have had maybe opportunities where you have questioned your capability. And today we are going to be talking about how to make the best out of those opportunities. Yes. So my first question is, have you had opportunities where you felt like I needed some sort of guidance before even tapping into them? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, did I? No?
No.
Okay.
You're good.
Right. So, yes, there's one time last year I applied for a graphic design job in Canada. And here's the thing. The last time I did graphic design was back in 2018. So I forgot everything. But you know what? I qualified for it. And so I went and did a short course on graphic design so that I could be able to catch up. Because I was questioning my ability 100%. I was like, raw, am I really ready for this, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think I am ready, to be fair. And then another one is recently. So I got a job as a creative director. And I was like, oi, what in the world is that?
Yeah.
But I got to realize that I've always been one. It's just that the title looks so big. But the way I do things, the way I direct my shoots here and there, left, right, and center, like it's exactly just my personality, my character. It's exactly what a
You
creative
have
director.
all it takes.
Yeah. So then once I realized that, I was like, okay, tranquilo. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, man. So that's when I took up the job and I'm learning on it.
Yeah.
As we go, as we move forward. Yeah.
You know, when you mentioned about like understanding the capabilities you have, I've also been in a situation where I've been given a job. Actually, someone just mentions something and they question me and they ask me, can you do this? And out of nowhere, I just say yes. And actually, I don't even know what all that is about. And I've just said yes. And I'm there questioning my capability and my capability to do it. So I understand when you say that, I resonate a lot because it's a situation I've been in.
Yeah.
And I've been questioning a lot about what I'm capable of doing it. Instead of looking at what the best I can make out of it. And sometimes we are too selfish to realize that when we get opportunities like those ones, we do not go there with a fixed mentality of, I actually know this or I don't know this. But we should go there with a mentality that, you know, I can still learn in the process. Because most jobs we do, to be honest, we learn in the process. It's just that we have been given the platform to practice whatever it is that we have learned. So it's not like we have experience. Let's say, for example, you're in uni.
Yeah.
And when you graduate, you'll be looking for a job, yeah? When you're in uni, you haven't had the experience to work.
Yeah.
So when you get out of university, then you get a platform where you can work. And that's now where you go and practice whatever it is that you learned in school. So you don't have much of the experience. Yeah. So what have you had those opportunities where you feel like you've taken yourself a few steps back because you feel you don't have what it takes?
I want to say I have, but I also want to say I haven't, because when I'm in that position, I literally talk to myself. It's not even an expression. I talk to myself. And I end up telling my granddad told me one thing: whether you decide to sleep in there all day, whether you decide to get up and do it, at the end of the day, you're going to be tired. So I literally tell myself, if I don't do it, it's okay, I'll still be tired. Whether I go do it, I'll still be tired. I'll be tired of doing it. Whether I'll do it, it makes me happy. I'll still get home tired. Whether I do it and it frustrates me, so I still get home tired. So I keep telling myself whether I do it or not, let me try so that I know whether I want to do it again or not. So there are times where the opportunity comes and I go try to do it, but then after I've done it, that's when I'm like, do I want to do it again? Do I want to? Do I not want to? So that's why I'm saying I'll say yes and no, because after I have tried, that's when like an opportunity now I'm like, no, this is not for me, and it passes. Then afterwards I'll be like, I wish I continued with it. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys, how are you able to gauge that you're actually capable to go for a certain opportunity? How are you able to gauge and tell yourself, actually, I can?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'd say this, yeah. For me, like, I've been given tasks and roles to be able to execute, and for sure, some of them, for sure, I knew like this one,
Yeah.
I got it, I've clocked it.
Yeah.
Because I've been in that field for quite some time, and they say that if you do 10,000 hours on a particular skill, you
Yes.
qualify to be a professional
I
in
read
that
that
section.
today.
Yeah. Oh, you read it?
Yeah.
Come on.
Today.
We're in the same.
The exact statement.
Ooh. Yeah. So here's the
Working
thing.
in the spirit.
Come
right?
on. So when you practice a skill and you give it 10,000 hours, you have that professional status.
Yeah.
So there's that confidence that comes with it, you know. Yeah, like for me, if you give me a task of styling someone, I will style them,
Yeah.
and I'll be overly joyful while doing it because
Yeah.
I've done it over and over and over again.
thing,
So
yeah.
I'm so confident because I know what needs to go where, and I won't stutter at all.
Yeah.
It's going to be seamless. Yeah. So I'd say, like, if you've done something over time, it gives you that confidence to be able to, you know, claim it and say that, yeah, like I can do this. I think for me, I'd say it's the experience.
Wow,
Yeah.
experience. I like what you've talked about experience because I feel like it's unrealistic to align yourself into opportunities that don't match your skill level or your experience, because right now you can wake up and say, but there can be a doctor.
Yeah, that's a bit.
You know, it's
Yeah.
unrealistic to say,
Very
that's a
to
bit.
just wake up and just pick out a career and say you're actually good at it.
Yeah.
But I believe you can say, actually, if I wanted to be a doctor, I could be.
100%.
But that means going back to school,
Starting.
starting the
The process,
process
yeah.
of becoming
Yeah.
a doctor.
100%.
And with us growing up, I like what you've specifically, the example you specifically used of being, you can style someone. You see, that is realistic because it's in your line. It's in your line. And I feel like as young people, we need to align ourselves with things that we love doing, because
100.
in that line is where the opportunities that fit us are.
Yeah.
It would be, again, unrealistic to be a fashion designer and be in somewhere like, which industry? Like, the medical industry, let's say. Let me just use the same example. To be unrealistic for you to go looking for opportunities in the medical industry, yet you can go into brand advertising,
100.
commercial industries, which opportunities avail that are in line with what you do.
100.
And I wanted to ask you one question, Kendi. Like, how do you gauge that you're actually qualified for doing? You sell clothes, right? You have your own cloth line. You sell clothes. How did you gauge that you can actually hack that business?
Well, here's the thing, whether I'm walking, whether I'm seated, whether I'm standing, if whoever passes, I'll look at what they're wearing from a very young age. And I really got interested with the, you know, I'd want, for instance, if you bought something from me,
Yeah.
here's the first time I sold something, there's that feeling I always get when someone wears something from me, you know. There's that, it's a very warm,
Satisfying.
satisfactory, yeah, it's very satisfying.
Yeah.
So I think that you that is when I learned that, you know what, I can actually try do this thing.
Yeah.
And I'd want to keep on feeling that way, you know.
Yeah.
I'd have such a bad day and then someone just bought something from me and I'm like, they bought that from me. Here's the thing, I rarely forget like something that I have gone, if I go to the market and pick out something, I have taken my time to look at it, to know it, you know.
Scrutiny.
And the sweat of waking up and everything. So when someone appreciates it, it looks like a very simple thing. When you appreciate it, and then if you know how to dress it to a certain level of, I'm like, this is why I wake up. You know?
Yeah.
This is why I went to the market. That is like the best feeling for me.
Let me ask you a funny question,
Yeah.
because personally, I get attached to my things, clothes and everything. How do you manage going to shop for things that attract your eyes only for you to come and sell them? Don't you get attached to
Let
them?
me tell you, I do. But here's the thing. I came to appreciate that then I have a beautiful eye. Like I have my eyesight, like my eyesight for noticing beautiful things. I came to appreciate that more. So what I ended up doing is, if I really like something, because my grandfather has a bookshop. Whether I am buying books or he's the one who's buying the book, he pays it, and it's his bookshop.
Yeah.
Whether it's whoever, he pays it. He doesn't joke around. So I started, if I really like it, I have to look at myself tomorrow, you know. So I'll try pay. Though it's painful because I can just take. So I really try to pay it with some profit. You know, I also have to look at myself with, you know what, Kendi, you really like it, it's okay, you'll wear it, and then what?
I think if I'd be you, I think I'd kill my business, because I'd be wearing everything I am buying to sell out there, because I love clothes and I'm attached to
I get attached.
everything I pick. Sometimes I even go picking for my sister. I'm saying, this one is good for my sister. But when you get there, hey, I'm not giving it to you. It's mine, because you're already attached to it.
Yeah.
And this topic is really it's timely, and it's good, because you two are chasing different things in life. You have your fashion line and you have your cloth line, and I know for you to have gotten to that point, it's a process. It's a process. It's an opportunity probably that you identified, and you realized people comment a lot about how you dress. And maybe you thought at the back of your head, wow, like, what if I made this a business? The same thing to you. You said you like seeing people wearing your stuff. Maybe someone just made a compliment to you, and they told you, I like your outfits.
That actually.
And you're like, just the same way you carried a nice bag and someone saw it and they're like, you actually sell bags? And you're like, yeah, I actually do, you know? And that's how you actually tap into opportunities. You sit down and realize that the small compliments that you get can actually make a business out of you. Maybe it could be smelling good. You're smelling good 24/7. You're always smelling good, and someone is like, "I like your perfume," and you think, what if
I actually start selling
perfumes? That's actually how you tap into opportunities, and you don't necessarily have to. Someone was speaking somewhere, and they're telling me how you don't necessarily have to do or chase a path that you have gone to school and studied. You can actually obtain things from the hobbies that you do, small things. For myself, I'm a beautician. I do makeup, and I started by doing it. Just the same I'm talking about you guys. I got a compliment. You do your makeup so nicely. And I was like, why? Why not? Why not make a business out of it? And I think that's how young people need to approach opportunities in life. Because sometimes you can really miss on the bigger picture. Yet we have everything it takes in our hands.
True.
The other question I wanted to ask you guys is, what is your take on the go-getter mentality? Because I feel like some people have taken it out of context. Like, you know, when people say, I go for what I want, and I actually mean it, I go for it. It always looks like you're too hard. Like, you know, I don't care what is on my way, I'm going for it. What do you guys feel about that?
Well, I'd say this, to be honest,
Yeah.
In all honesty, this world is tough, it's tyrannical, does not care about anyone.
Yes.
If you want to survive, it's either you hunt or get hunted. It's either you dine or become dinner.
Yes.
Yeah, so you need to to be aggressive with what you want. If you want to secure the bag, you need to be aggressive. But you need to also watch though. That aggression should not get to a point where it now makes you get bagged and secure bag in a way that will jeopardize someone else's status quo. So like I'm for it, man. Go hard.
Would you call yourself a go-getter?
Yeah, well, yeah. I'd say
actually
so.
Go for opportunities.
Yeah, like if raw. Yeah, like I've gone for, okay, I'll use my commercial modeling as an example, So when I first started off, I was like, this space is so new, let me try it and see what will pan out from this.
Yeah.
So I kept on going for auditions because I believed and I knew that I'm gonna bag a job that's gonna come big. And I did. I've gotten like 3 jobs so far, like since I started, and I started in 2020. And it's such a competitive like industry that, you know, like you really can't just get a job easily like that. The client has to love you. So you have to be aggressive. You have to keep on going for audition. You have to keep on like marketing yourself. Like for me, I use my fashion. So anytime I go for audition, I'm dripping, you get me?
Yeah.
And I'm dripping hard, such that when the client
You
sees
stand
man,
out.
he just doesn't see me
They'll
as a possible.
remember you because you know what this person looked really.
100%. So they just not only see you for as a potential candidate for that role, but they're like, raw, I could actually use this brother for something else. So you see, you're going there, you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, aggression, come on.
I mean, there's also the aspect of standing out, just like you've said.
100%.
Because in a table full of opportunities, the determinant of how likely you are to get the opportunity depends on what you actually have.
100.
Are you standing out?
Yeah.
It could be 5, 10 fashion stylists and your own brands of clothing. And if you're not standing out, then you could miss on some opportunities. So you have to have a niche. People call it a niche, not I call it. I'm talking as if that term is mine, but anyway, we call it a niche. So you have to have a niche. You see, like your drip, it's unique.
Come on.
In a way that it's not common to everyone. So even if you were brought in a circle of so many people who are fashion stylists, you'd stand out because 100%. You have your own niche. Same to you.
Thank you.
So I feel standing out is another thing that identifies you in a group of people aiming for the same opportunities as you. And your chances of getting the opportunities are higher if you have a specific or if you have a special niche. What do you guys think about that?
I do agree.
Yeah, go.
You agree?
Yeah, I do agree with you. I do agree with you. I do agree with you. And to add on it, I feel like the discipline, so that you have the go-getter mentality, you really need a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
To be able to tell yourself, you know what, I'll still go tomorrow, I'll still do it. It takes a lot. So
I mean, I feel like yeah, it takes a lot of discipline
Yeah.
because for you to wake up
It
and
takes
still
a
go
lot.
buy your
Yeah,
clothes
yeah.
and sell them, and the consistency you have put
Discipline
in
and
your
consistency.
pages.
Yeah.
Same to you. You say you mentioned about you have to take a picture,
Yeah,
you
I
have to market
document.
yourself.
Yeah, I have to document my stuff.
That discipline, that consistency
Yeah.
is what has put you out there. And that's why many brands are able to locate you.
Yeah.
Many buyers are able to come and tell you, you know what, I actually like this and this from your page. And you're able to sell it. Because I feel like we are, and I am saying we because I'm part of that group, is because when opportunities come, they find us not ready.
Not true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They find us not ready in the sense that we have not perfected our discipline, our consistency, and not to lie, I struggle with consistency. I don't know if there's anyone who
Yeah.
struggles here, but
me.
No,
waking
yeah,
up to
yeah.
doing the same thing again and
It
again
gets
and again.
tiresome.
Sometimes you've got to have another level of grace or favor to do it. But consistency is something that propels you to even doing great things with what you're planning to do or whatever parts you choose to do. Because I believe if you are not consistent, many brands wouldn't have noticed you. Yeah, right now you're on Jumia, Nigeria.
Congratulations.
I did it one thing with Nigeria Black Friday.
Can you imagine this guy qualified to be a Nigerian? And he's a Kenyan.
Man.
He's a Kenyan
Oh, yeah,
from,
so what nah? So what?
should I say where you're from?
Yeah.
He's a Kenyan.
He'll say yes.
But my home, yeah.
And maybe there's
London.
I come from Peckham, by the way, South London. Yeah, 100.
and maybe I wanted to make this fun joke. I wanted to say, and maybe there's a Nigerian somewhere who has all the accent they have, but they didn't get that
You
big.
can get the role, innit?
It's so
You
funny.
know what's mad? Like, in that shoot,
Yeah.
so here's the thing. There's Jumia, Kenya, Ivory Coast, and Nigeria. So when you're shooting, the Kenyans were 2 of them,
Yeah,
the Ivorians were 2 of them.
yeah.
For the Nigerian, it was 1 Nigerian and I.
And you
You get me? And
qualified.
I'm not Nigerian.
Yeah.
And I qualified for the team. They just look at man and they're like, "Rah, alright, we need this guy for this role."
Yeah.
100%.
I know you mentioned about your beard, but I feel like your beard played a big role in Nini, which is part of your
my
style,
Yeah.
your style. So, I mean, it's so crazy how you can
It's knowing
actually.
your assets and how to use them.
Yeah, this is an asset. It's bringing back cheddar, man. Oh yeah, listen, use your beard right now. Take care of it. So yeah, like guys out there, if you have a beard, please take care of it. It's really gonna learn how to use what you have to get the bag. You don't have to
Yeah.
go far and look for money. You have the assets right there with you.
They're
I've invested
gonna
time in it.
give
Yes.
I've invested time. I put money into making this thing look really nice. And yeah, people are like, "Wow, we like the way it looks. Come, man. Let's
Yeah.
give you a job." Boom, you secure a bag like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Another thing I feel like that it prevents us from going for opportunities is we want easy things.
Yeah, like I said on a previous episode, I don't know which one it is, the microwave generation. You
Yes.
get me? Yeah, and I used the example of there's this popcorns that some cousins of mine from the States came with. You
Yeah.
just put it in the microwave. After 2 minutes, you have real popcorn. Like it's seeds in a packet. You put it in the microwave. After 2 minutes, you got popcorn.
Yeah.
So I'm like, raw.
Very fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like this, you get me? So yeah, it's mad. Go on.
Yeah, what I was saying about that
Yeah.
is opportunities are not easy to get, but sometimes they could be easily available to us.
Yeah.
But we could, when I said we could not be ready, is sometimes in the process of diminishing yourself, you may feel like you want something easier to do.
Yeah.
Maybe the task you're going for demands a lot from you,
Yeah.
but you want to be you have an easy way through your opportunity. And that's a backward mentality, or I can just say it takes us back,
100.
because we lack on opportunities because we want simple things. You just want something that you will just sit and do, and you're done and you're already paid for. You don't want to wake up early in the morning. You don't want to go chase that opportunity. You don't want to sacrifice whatever it takes to go for those opportunities. And that could make us miss a lot on opportunities, just like you guys have mentioned. Just to be curious and to ask you guys, have you ever missed on opportunities, and how did that make you feel?
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've been told no,
No,
a
no,
couple of times.
It's not even that. Like, okay, the no has not come directly, but it's painted on my face, and I know it. So.
I'm sorry, but.
Do you know? That reminds me. Oh my days! Listen, here's the thing. I gone for audition one time, and I'd stayed there from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Yeah, line was mad long, and I was like, do you know what's mad? Yeah, I'm just gonna persevere. Man's, you never know. Man's I might just get picked and whatnot. So I chilled there from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's the time we're auditioning. So here's the thing. The time. So what the director was telling me that here's the thing, you did this, but you're not old enough to look like a dad. Like you're amongst the finalists, but you weren't old enough to look like a dad. So I was like, rah, that was so bad because I went there early and I stood there. I was hungry. I said, I'm not gonna eat because I don't want to leave this place. I want to audition, and because I have faith that I'm gonna get the role.
Yeah.
But rah, I was there. And then man told me that you're not old enough to look like a dad. And so that I felt so bad. And so that now put a mentality in me that, okay, fine. If I find a long queue in the auditions, I'm out. You get me? It's not really that deep. Yeah, we try another.
Yeah.
So that's what it made me do. So I missed out on several stuff. I was looking at the man that I would pick, and I was like, wow, actually, if I went for that audition, I would have been picked, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, missed out on a couple, to be honest.
I feel you on that one, and that drives me to the next point, which is giving up. Giving up. I'll still use your situation. You went for auditions, you didn't get it, but you still stuck in that line. You still stuck, and you still continue going for even more auditions.
You're hungry.
Sometimes we have opportunities right in front of us, and we may not get the best out of them. Sometimes we go and we are told, no, you can't. No, we got a better person, and we give up, and that kills the story. So if your story was killed and you told yourself, you know what, at that auditions, I don't think I can even go for more auditions. That's how we kill opportunities.
100.
That's how we kill opportunities, because if your head is into something and you really want to achieve it, it doesn't matter how many people say no. You will still get it.
Yeah, 100.
You still get it. You still go for it. You still persevere, as you called it. You still persevere. So even in this discussion, it's my hope that we as young people can tap and make the best out of opportunities, because we have all it takes. We have all it takes. I always believe you can always have the willingness to learn and the willingness to try. And if you have those two, then nothing can stop you, as long as you have put in your head that you actually want to go for it. Yeah. So since this is about opportunities, I want you guys to just tell us about your businesses and just tell your viewers what you're doing, where they can find your pages, if they need to follow you, if they need to call you for styling like me. Yeah, but you need to give us your rate cards so that we we assess if we are capable. Anyway, if we can handle your needs. Yes.
Okay.
So Candy, where can we find you, and what do you do?
Well, I as you mentioned, I sell clothes, bags, shoes, but I am more into the thrifted ones.
Come on.
basically not just, it's not basic. I find the uniqueness in the thrifted items and how you can wear a thrifted item. You know, people look at it, it's thrifted, and there's a lot of uniqueness and how you can pull it off. It's there's
And you
someone
can, let me
asked
cut you
me
short,
how
you
I've
can-
never
yeah.
expanded into new things, and I love the way you can turn something that was, you know, lost, old, into a, you know, you can
Yeah.
make it alive again,
Yeah.
and how you wear it,
Yeah, yeah.
and if you're to redesign it, how you're going to do it. There's that aspect that I like about it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's me. You can find me on Instagram. It's mostly thrifted, and I chose thrifted because most students can afford thrifted. You really don't have to wear an expensive thing to look good. You
Now,
really
100.
don't.
That's what I tell everyone out
Do
there.
you sell clothes for both genders?
Yes, I do actually. I sell for both genders. I started selling male clothes actually.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
It's the most, let me say, it's more satisfying than selling the female clothes.
Really?
For real?
Yes. To
Why?
be honest. Because the guys, they really, you'll find a guy, not very many guys know their sense of style.
Yeah.
And very many guys are enclosed to how the society has just made them, you know, a guy should dress like this. So for instance, if a guy is to buy a skirt from me, I'd be like,
Wait, you said skirt?
really, yeah. Yeah,
Long
you're like,
day. Miss me
there
on
are
that.
guys, let me
Man
tell you,
wearing
there
skirt.
are guys,
Yeah,
let me
allow
tell you,
it,
you
man.
can pull it
What?
off. You
This-
can, maybe not
Hey,
you, it's
listen.
not your style,
Okay.
but someone can pull it off. And it's not like,
Yeah.
oh, this guy is acting gay.
Yeah.
Because
Actually-
way before, guys used to wear skirts.
Ah, do you know what's mad?
Norwegians, is it
Yeah,
Norwegians
it's the man with
wear-
the thing.
Yeah.
What's it called?
They wear actually, they wear short
Yeah.
skirts.
Don't the blow the thing. I don't know what the instrument is called.
But I know people
it's the
from Norway, actually in their weddings,
Yeah?
instead of wearing suits, they wear those clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a bit
The,
weird.
the
still, though.
guys are into the mentality of, I have to, if it's not a suit or if it's not the official shoes, it's very rare to find a guy with
Yeah.
your type of
Oh, yeah.
shoes.
These
Are
are
you
the
getting?
real original
So when
blood.
a guy
Hey.
is ready to explore, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
this one is not with the village mentality
Don't
anymore.
play with me.
This
Yeah.
one is ready to explore. So I think I'm liking the men's wear more.
Come on.
Okay, you didn't tell
Yeah.
us where to find you.
So on Instagram, it's must have closet thrift.
It's must have.
You
must have.
you
Yeah.
have to
It's a
have
must
something.
have. So you must have.
Like, there's no other option. You
Yeah.
must have.
You should holla.
Yeah,
You're
I
a
should.
stylist.
You
Yeah.
should.
All right, you need to talk some business.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, man.
I am actually, I love styling, but I
Yeah.
haven't found the confidence.
The confidence.
of being a stylist and saying, you
Don't
know
worry, I
what,
can
I'm
give you a show of mine.
stylist. So, yeah. So
What about
it's
you?
on Instagram.
What about you, Shalom?
Yeah, say no more. You know the flow. It's your boy says more. Furthermore, my pages you can find them from on IG. Says
Why
more.
are you laughing?
What,
Are you
am I-
lying to us? Why are you laughing?
No, you're the one who's. Oh, this girl. Oh my days, this girl. So here's the thing, yeah. Yeah, allow her. Like, assume she's existed. So here's the thing. On Instagram, you find me on Seizmo at Seizmo, XEIZMOR. And not Says More. It's XEIZMOR. If that's too difficult for you, you can search my government initials, Shalom Stanley, and you'll find me there. So you'll find my content. I usually style in different like attires. I don't buy new ones. I just use what's in my closet, but I just be creative around that, and I get to generate different like styles and whatnot. So
So
yeah.
you don't buy clothes at all?
Okay, just once in a while, you know, just obviously. Okay, shoes is where like when I find a good one, boy, I need to stock up. You get me? Because I realize that the shoe is the foundation
Yeah.
of the outfit. If I put slippers on,
No, that's
I look-
very true.
Yeah,
Because
I
I
look
actually look
bummy.
at the shoe.
Yeah, the shoe is the foundation that makes the outfit look so marvelous. You get me?
Yeah.
If you have dead shoes, man, that's it. You can have a good top, but you wear dead shoes, outfit is dead, nullified. You get me? Yeah, 100%. So you can find me on IG. You can slide, and we can talk business. Yeah. If you want to
Wow.
be styled, yeah, man, I got a lot of difference. If you don't look normal, come to man. I'm abnormal. I'm normally abnormal. Yeah, or rather, I'm abnormally normal. Tongue twister. Don't lose yourself in the midst. But yeah.
Wow, these are my guests for you. They're doing a lot with their lives, and it's such an honor to have you guys in this show.
Thank you.
He says more because he says more in this show.
Wow, she just did
Anyway.
it. Everyone does that. I'm used to it, but it's calm.
Anyway, that will be it for us today. I hope you enjoy this discussion. See you on the next one.
Peace.